Greetings, YouTube. So I got a missive from a friend of mine the other day, and he was talking about his efforts to make community connections. And to pursue that endeavor, he had contacted a group of feminists in an attempt to become more active in that particular group's community, and was somewhat shocked in that he got pushback from them and was essentially told that this group firmly believes that men can't be feminists. Now, if you tell me that any specific group cannot be a feminist, I'm going to tell you that your feminism is shit. If you're excluding people from feminism, you're failing. But it's particularly strange that you wanted to exclude men. Because here's the thing. The stated goals of feminism would not need to exist if men had not created sexism and misogyny. And if we don't get men on board with feminism, feminist goals will never be achieved. You have to get the men on board so that they can help sway the tide, help convince other men to stop being the way they are, to stop perpetuating this systematic or systemic sexism and misogyny of our world, helping them, give them the resources so they can help raise the next generation of healthier, happier men who won't be part of the system that creates the problems that feminism is trying to fight. It's like, if you expect just black people to solve racism, it's never going to get solved. Because white people created racism in America, not black people. By that same token, if you expect to overcome the problems that feminism is attempting to address without getting men involved, you're doomed to fail. Unless your goal is to have a completely separate, isolationist world of just women. And I know that there are those that would endorse that particular worldview. But I don't think it's a worldview that's going to be all that enticing to the vast majority of women, even women who consider themselves to be intersectional feminists. Now, I strive to be an intersectional feminist. Do I succeed? No. But I get closer every year, as I try to strip away all the bullshit that I learned as growing up and all the bullshit that I carry with me to this day. And part of that is getting older, and part of that is realizing that that the list of things that I have no interest in involving myself with, that are nothing to do with me, so I should actually not be involved in, grows longer and longer the older I get. The things I care about are still important to me. But there's a whole lot of stuff that I don't have to care about. As long as I'm not doing that harm anymore, I don't give a shit. It's one of the reasons I'm progressive, because I realize that there's whole classes of peoples and activities and things that have nothing to do with me. I am not the character in that story. So if somebody else wants to be the character in that story, go for it. Have fun. I'll read the synopsis someday. But it's got nothing to do with me. I am not the center stage of everything. And too many men think of themselves as the hero. They are the main character of the story. And if we don't fight that, if we don't get those men to come to understand that they are not the center of the universe, that the axles of the planet does not run through their ass, feminist goals will never be achieved. So it disturbs me whenever I hear someone say that group X, Y, or Z does not belong in feminism. If your feminism says that trans women don't belong in feminism, your feminism is shit. If you don't think poor people should be in it, or some ethnicity, your feminism is shit. If you're basing your feminism on racism or classism or homophobia or transphobia, your feminism is shit. You seem to have completely missed the memo on what intersectional feminism is. Now, I can understand that tribalism. I told a friend that one of the surest signs that a subculture has become a legitimate subculture is as soon as it begins to divide itself into other subcultures. So now you have a subculture spewing, sprouting, radiating off from the original, and that's when you know you finally achieved the gravitas of being a subculture. So I understand that kind of tribalism. But outside of like certain fandoms, it's not healthy. It isn't even healthy in most fandoms because you get a whole lot of gatekeeping. And if you're involving gatekeeping in your feminism is shit.